Good evening to our viewers in Nigeria and those watching us around the world. This is TVC News Politics on Sunday, reaching you live from our Abuja studio here in Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory. I'm Ayodele Uzubakun, sitting in for Femi Akonde, who is on leave. Thanks for staying tuned. Now, let's begin the program with the build-up to the Edo State Governorship election taking place in a few days from now. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, decisions not to sign the peace accord ahead of the Edo Governorship election on September 21st has sparked reactions and concerns in the states of the 17 political parties contesting the poll. 16 signed the treaty with the ruling PDP, the only party declining from being part of the agreement. This comes as INEC begins to the distribution of permanent voter card, a 3-day exercise the electoral body says ends today. The state chairman of PDP, Anthony Azegbemi, and its governorship candidate, Asue Igodalo, were present at the peace accord signing, but stoutly declined to follow suit. Joining us live from Abuja, the event shaping the upcoming election, in a public and affairs analyst that Eze Wagu is joining us. Thank you for joining us, Eze Wagu. Eze Wagu, we've been monitoring elections and we were in Edo the last time and we saw how the polity was heated. And this is the first time that I'm going to notice a participant, a major political party during the election, ahead of the election, opting out to sign the peace accord. Does this rob this election of anything? The refusal of the People's Democratic Party, a major stakeholder in that election, to sign?
Thank you for having me. It means absolutely nothing. The peace accord is a moral initiative. It is a persuasive initiative, if you like. It does not, by that very stroke of not signing, remove the responsibility of the security agencies, the police, and indeed the folks in the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security from maintaining law and order before the polls, during the polls, and after the polls. You know the significance of this is a symbolic attempt at ensuring that they sign up to peace, but it does not in any way affect the election. Just a day before in Benin, all the political parties were in the INEC stakeholders meeting where the chairman presided. They were all there. The same issues for which they didn't sign the peace accord, they raised it at that very distance. So it's simply what I have called a partisan tactics. That means absolutely nothing. But
you are telling me it means absolutely nothing, and Governor Obaseki is the chief security officer of that state. If he's saying that, look, we're not going to sign this peace accord because of some security concern, will that not in any way rob off the credibility of this election, or
it does not
translate to voter apathy?
I think we should not make we should try not to make a molehill out of nothing. First and foremost, what is in contest? What is in contest is that on Saturday, the 21st of September, Edo people will troop out in their numbers to come and vote. We know that if a party agent does not sign the Form EC8A, it does not invalidate the results. It does not, because a party agent did not sign even the results from a polling unit, does not mean that that result is not authentic. So this is a moral persuasive. We cannot outsource the responsibility of maintenance of law and order to a moral agency. As important as the peace accord is, it does not by itself infer or confer anything on the electoral process. And I don't think we should even respond to this.
I understand that you want to downplay it, but this is the first time I'm going to experience anything like this.
I'm not downplaying it. There are other times that parties have refused to sign the peace accord. It doesn't. I think part of what happens is that we always like to, make a fetish of shadows and leave the main substance. The substance is that as we speak now, like you just said in your opener, the electorates are picking up their PVCs and it's ending today. And there are, like you said, 17 other political parties who signed that peace accord. Why should we make, because the PDP did not sign, they are not any, they are not superior to any other political party than the rest of the parties that signed that peace accord.
Is the ruling party in Edo State?
That we should continue. How many?
The PDP is the ruling party in Edo State. It
doesn't matter. In this election, it is in contest. The fact that it is an incumbent in Edo State does not confer anything on it. It should, if he says it is not signing because of XYZ, that is not signing the peace accord. Are you going to agree with me, Ayo, that that thing is a moral persuasive instrument that does not have the legal backing to sanction anybody, whether you sign or you didn't sign? If you agree with that, what should we do? We should invest time in calling out those who have the responsibility to maintain law and order and create a peaceful environment by the kind of security provisioning that can inspire confidence in the citizens in Edo State to come out on Saturday and vote. I don't think we should.
Do you think Governor Obaseki has set a kind of, a precedent that other governor may follow suit in future? Because this is the first time I'm seeing this.
Obaseki is not a candidate on Saturday. Obaseki is a member of the political party. I don't think what we do is that we create personality calls. We build personality calls and then confer on them what they do not ordinary. Aswe Iwedalo is the candidate of the PDP.
He was at the venue and he refused to sign.
No, that's what I'm saying. So why don't we talk about Aswe Iwedalo not signing? Why do you want to make, because you want to give it an imprimatur that it does not have, you have to bring Obaseki into it. The candidate of the PDP in this election is Aswe Iwedalo. If he did not sign, does it deviate from the fact that these 16 other political parties put their signatures on the peace accord? And I think part of the challenge is that, Ayo, as media, as civil society, INEC, the security agencies, we have responsibility to inspire confidence in the electoral process, which has been moving on smoothly in Edo State. They have done their voter registration process. The campaigns will be over by midnight on the 20th. And all the political parties have been campaigning effectively, both in the media and on ground. And I think that is what we should lay emphasis on. We should not put this kind of heavy weight on a moral persuasive instrument like the signing of a peace accord. And that is what I'm saying.
4 years ago, INEC started, uploading the results real time, as in from the polling unit. They started that experiment. Now, do you see them going ahead with this same pattern for this election, for Edo election? If you remember, 4 years ago, they started with Edo States.
They didn't start with Edo State. They started with a national state constituency election in Nasarawa.
I remember, but the major governorship election, I remember the governorship election 4 years ago was the first experiment.
Yes. That result was of 60% of the results were uploaded in that election. Incidentally, because it went the way it did, there were no uproar. It was not as if all the results from all the polling units were uploaded in 2020. So the most important thing is to begin to put the leg of INEC officials on fire to make sure that not just that they upload the results real time into the results viewing portal. And remember what it is. It is a result viewing portal. Ayo, can we impress on the party agents to ensure that they have party agents in all the polling units and recover from the polling units from EC8A that have been mined from those and have their own IRED? The political parties have a responsibility to begin to have results from the polling unit and invite journalists to say, look, we also are having our own result viewing portal because we have agents in all the polling units in Edo State. The challenge for election is that we have refused to understand that is a multi-stakeholder process. and that the most critical player in that process is the one we give comfort. We give a lot of comfort. We don't put their legs on the fire. They dodge their responsibility of ensuring that they have party agents in all the polling units and that they are able to get results from those polling units and have an alternative result tabulation mechanism that they can use to compare what INEC chose for himself to put out to show up the integrity of the electoral process. And that is the challenge for not just Edo election, it's the major challenge for any other election. Any other election, whether Odo or whichever election that we're going to be having.
Ezewagu, I want to thank you. Ezewagu has been a long-time ally when it comes to election coverage. We always do that locations together. Well, we look at how we are going to work around Edo State together to give our viewers updates. Ezewagu.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Ayo.
All right.